Mountain News, First at 4, continues.
We had the chance to sit down with Senator Rand Paul this morning to discuss a variety of topics from COVID-19 vaccines to current happenings in Washington, D.C. The senator told WYMT's Dakota Makris he will not vote to increase the debt ceiling.
The debate continues in Washington about several topics, including increasing the nation's debt ceiling.
Last year, we borrowed $3 trillion. We're on line to borrow somewhere between $4 to $7 trillion this year. When that happens, the Federal Reserve buys the debt.
Senator Rand Paul is referring to the Federal Reserve in his soundbite. He says when that happens, it can lead to other problems, including inflation.
You go to the grocery store, your prices rise. You go to the gas pump, your prices rise. So debt in and of itself can be a problem.
As lawmakers work to decide whether they want to increase the debt ceiling or not, Paul says he will not support that, instead looking for a balanced budget proposal.
So I'm not going to vote to raise the debt ceiling under any condition.
Kentucky's junior senator previously supported a bill that would make the United States pay for interest up front. Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, our conversation with the senator continues tonight at 6. He tells us he's introducing a new bill to find alternatives to testing on animals.
Well, we had some heavier rain early this morning and even a few showers out there this afternoon, but a lot of us are starting to see some sunshine return, a nice preview of what's ahead for the weekend. I-64 camera at Moorhead, you see that overcast clearing on out, and we see plenty of blue sky this afternoon. The sun is out in downtown Whitesburg. They sit at 76 with that summer-like dew point of 62. Temperatures around the region, a couple 80-degree readings out there. Monticello's at 80. 79 Jacksboro, Middlesboro, and here in Hazard. We still have, though, a few lower to middle 70s as you head up towards the Big Sandy. Pinpoint Doppler showing a few showers getting going across portions of Pulaski, McCreary counties up through Rockcastle County. Kind of avoiding Jackson County at the moment, but one lifting north out of Powell and Estill County, and that'll slowly be working north in just outside of our area into Clark and Montgomery counties over the next little bit. So everything here moving off from south to north, just like last night. You see most of our showers from earlier on the way out, but another wave with another round on the way in. So you'll definitely want to keep that WYMT weather app handy tonight because you could see some more showers as we head into the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. But there's improvement on the way, and I'll have the details on that coming up in just a little bit. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. A federal judge has ordered Texas to temporarily suspend a new law banning most abortions in the state. In a 113-page opinion, District Judge Robert Pittman saying, quote, "From the moment SB 8 went into effect, women have been unlawfully prevented from exercising control over their lives. This court will not sanction one more day of this offensive deprivation of such an important right," end quote.
What you saw the Department of Justice arguing is the substance of this law. There's no way it can be squared with our current precedent, which is Roe v. Wade.
In a statement, the Biden administration cautioned the fight has only just begun, and it's unclear when abortion services might resume in Texas. The state has already announced its decision to file an appeal in the Fifth Circuit, which previously allowed the abortion restrictions to take effect. As the demand for COVID boosters grows, mass vaccination clinics could make a comeback, especially as more boosters get authorized. New cases of COVID-19 are going down overall in the U.S., but the battle against the virus rages on, and there's new information on testing, boosters, and treatment. The White House is committing another $1 billion towards rapid at-home testing.
This means companies will be able to expand production of tests even further, with tens of millions more tests coming to market over the course of the next 30 days.
A possible treatment for COVID-19 is being tested. It's an antiviral capsule made by Merck and Ridgeback Biotherapeutics. The game streaming service Twitch says it experienced a major data breach. In a tweet, the company says it's still working to figure out the extent of the problem. Twitch pays streamers for their games, and some Twitter users say the leaked information accurately shows how much they receive. Amazon owns Twitch, and the platform has tens of millions of users. Unemployment continues to be a big problem in Kentucky as the pandemic continues. Chelsea Jones asked Governor Andy Beshear where the state stands now.
Well, Governor Aly Davis acknowledged the state is taking much longer than it should to process those unemployment claims. Today, he said the state is working hard to get through the sheer volume of claims left.
We are slower than we should be to do is to purge the fraudulent claims, the ones that when you reach out, you can never get a response and the documents are never uploaded or the rest.
State Auditor Mike Harmon, who's running for governor, conducted audits on the unemployment claim process last year. He said the initial auto pay system created chaos. He noted several employed state workers even received money when they shouldn't have.
They were supposed to ask, hey, do you have any other employment? Do you have other income? And a lot of those individuals would have been knocked out automatically. Since the auto pay was put in place, those questions weren't asked.
The auto pay system is no longer in use, but the unemployment claim process is still struggling. This chart by the Labor Department shows the timeliness of first-time claim payments have dropped by more than 68% since the start of the pandemic. The process is frustrating for Troy Stanley, who's been trying to file a claim since February.
I've contacted the governor's office probably 15, 20 times. Nothing. Automated response system.
Without the money, Stanley says he's now homeless. Beshear said the unemployment claim process was backlogged before he took office. He also noted the state had not set aside enough money. Beshear said he will be asking the state legislature in the upcoming general session for more money to help combat the problem. In Frankfort, Chelsea Jones, WKYT.
On Monday, a series of storms over northwestern Italy unleashed rainfall rates never before seen in all of Europe. More than 29 inches of rain fell in just 12 hours. On Monday in Genoa, a storm dumped more than 36 inches of rain in the town of Rossiglione, about 60 miles southwest of Milan. For some context, 36 inches is roughly equivalent to the average rainfall one would expect in Seattle in a year, while it would take London an average of 15 months to tally such rainfall. Dozens had to be rescued after reports of mudslides and flooding dotted the landscape, leading a bridge to collapse in the town of Chiano. A new report from Microsoft shows Russian hackers are getting better. According to the software company, Russia's success rate at getting unauthorized access to systems has risen from 21% to 32%. MS also says hackers are increasingly targeting government organizations. More than half the targets of Moscow-based groups have been government organizations so far this year. Last year, that number was just 3%. Microsoft's data shows 58% of government-linked hacking attempts originated in Russia. A 5.9 magnitude earthquake struck Japan on Thursday. The quake hit the east coast of the country near Tokyo. At least 250 homes are without power. The Japanese government set up a task force to deal with the situation. Officials say they have not detected any abnormalities at nuclear facilities. The National Migration Institute of Mexico reportedly returned a group of 129 Haitian migrants to their home country. The Mexican authorities said in a statement the migrants were returned by air. The statement said the flight was carried out in accordance with human rights and in agreement with the consular authorities of that country. The people of Prestonsburg always stood to give Aly Davis an ovation. Now they are standing in line to donate blood in her memory. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about the blood drive that is happening now at the Mountain Arts Center.
Most of her life, Aly Davis gave back to her community from right here at the Mountain Arts Center. Now, more than a year after her death, that community is coming together to keep the giving going. The Star City celebrity died last July at 21 years old, but she left behind an impact far beyond her years. American Red Cross set up in her former stomping grounds with a blood drive to give back to those in need, something she always tried to do.
Knowing her and knowing her values and what she wanted, this blood drive is a great idea, and that's why my wife read it on Facebook, and I said, well, I'm going to go sign up. Any way to honor that memory and keep her memory alive.
Those who love her say Aly was always giving back, so giving a little blood in her honor is the least they could do. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
And the blood drive runs until 5:30. We will hear from Aly's father coming up tonight at 6. But next here on First at 4, a new cruise line just launched in the U.S. and billionaire Richard Branson is behind it. We'll share Branson's new thoughts about his ship Scarlet Lady in Miami.
And we've got drier skies headed our way for the weekend. I'll have the latest breakdown coming up.